So recently, Goldman Sachs has just released a report about the expected biggest economies in the world by the year 2075. And as you might be aware as of now, of course, it is the United States of America by a long shot, and China comes at number 2. But by the year 2075, Leena, we are looking at some disturbance in this order.
Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so right now in the top economies is number 1 is the US. Number 2 is China, but it's way behind.
Number 5 is India.
Number 5 is India. Okay.
Yeah.
And 2075, it's like 50 years from now.
Yeah.
Half a century from now, this is going to change. What's the change?
This is what the world looks like according to Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
Number 10, Mexico.
All right.
Number 9, Germany with an $8.1 trillion economy.
Okay.
We have number 8, Brazil.
Okay.
Egypt as well is growing immensely,
Wow.
not just in terms of tourism, but culture and everything else in the economy as well. Interesting, number 6 is Pakistan.
No way!
I mean, this is like how did you put Pakistan in there? What is the data behind this? This is what I'd like to know.
Okay, so 50 years from now,
Well-
the 6th biggest economy in the world is going to be Pakistan?
We don't know. This is a forecast. We don't know.
Like, I don't know how my jaw can drop lower.
Like literally, it's like, will we live to see that day? Like
50 years? Of course, I'll be alive.
So number 6 is Pakistan. Number 5 is Nigeria, which is
Okay.
already in Africa, one of the biggest economies there. And there's one thing about Nigerians, Leena, that I have met. Whenever you meet anyone from Africa, the thing is, Nigerians have this tenacity that others don't. It could be in a way that is hustling. It could be in a way that is fraud. It could be in a way that's a good way, you know. But there is this tenacity within the Nigerian makeup, if you want to call it, which I have rarely seen in other African countries across the world, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised. Number 5 is Nigeria. Number 4 is Indonesia. 3, 2, 1, Leena. What's it going to be?
I think 3...
2075. What will be the top 3 economies in the world?
India, US, and China.
USA dropping down to number 3. That's what's expected in 2075.
Okay.
Number 2 is who?
Number 2 is China.
India.
Okay.
You were right with the top 3. Absolutely.
Okay.
Number 2, India will be the second biggest economy in 2075 in the whole world. And number 1, no surprises, China.
Right.
57 trillion. I think right now the economy is in billions. But by 2075, I mean, I'm not much of a finance fella, but I think inflation and all of this, so the size of the economies in terms of monetary value will increase as well.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is some insight into where this world is headed. I mean, come to think of it, who is this person who actually came up with this report? Because I mean, here we are worried about, like, does this mascara work for my lashes or not? And there are people already forecasting the biggest economies in the world 50 years from now.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see. So when we're getting at like 2075, so pretty much we're done with the 3/4 of the century and just 25 more years to go. I'm really excited to see as the century unfolds what comes forward. You know, what I'm thinking is there are like a couple of countries over here who are banking highly on AI. Saudi Arabia and the UAE. Both of them want their countries to become like experimental ground for AI. And I think that one of those countries are going to be in the list too, because I mean, I think the rest of this century belongs to, I mean, the rest of this century, the rest of humanity or rest of
Possibly.
time
Possibly.
belongs to AI.
AI, yeah.
It's already been done. We've already handed it all over to AI. AI is a little baby right now, and we're actually seeing and witnessing this little baby grow into a monster,
Nice one.
which we have self-created. A lot of parents who think that their kids are monster are, like our mom. Hi, mom.
Hey, Mom, how are you?
They are able to really relate with this AI baby that is going to grow into a monster too. So, oh my God, there's so much excitement out there. Like, so much is yet to happen.
So you reckon the Arab nations as well will probably be in the top 10, some of them? I think especially Saudi Arabia. I mean, besides UAE. Saudi, what it has become, and the line and the I forgot the name of the project. This project they have where they're building just one line. It's
the line.
The line. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mirror City. Yeah.
It's a
gonna have
utopian
mirrors.
concept, and I don't know. I think Saudi Arabia could very well be in there.
I think whichever countries are actually going to. Okay, fine. I think I should not be making these forecasts. No. I'm just gonna stop there. I am the worst economic.
No,
advisor
don't be afraid of the
in
comments.
world.
Don't be afraid of the comments. Just say it. Just say it.
Oh, Shazad, I love you. Thank you so much for boosting my confidence over
course.
here. This is how long 58-year-old Donna Jean Wild
Oh, well
held
done.
an abdominal plank to set a new Guinness World Record for the longest time held in the position by a woman. Okay, this is the women's category. And she says, I actually still can't believe it. It feels like a dream. So
Wow.
something that I want you all to really notice here. This is a 58-year-old woman who's actually set this record.
Wow.
And 4 hours, 30 minutes, and 11 seconds. Let me tell you, just doing it for 4 minutes and 30 seconds, it's very difficult. Like so if I'm doing it solo by myself, I can hold a plank for like a minute and a half. If someone's watching me and I'm competing, I'm in my competitive mode, maybe I can go on for 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, but that's about it. Then
see.
I'll just give in. But plank is one of those things that are like, seems like it's very easy to do.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
No, plank is
Yeah.
not easy to do, especially if you're doing it in the right position. If you're doing the plank in the right position, it is not at all easy to do. It's actually like maintaining yourself in the correct position that actually makes a plank a plank.
I see.
And there are various different kind of modifications that you can do to a plank, but just a simple plank a few minutes a day will strengthen your core, your arms, your legs, your glutes. Doing a plank can actually prevent back pain as well. So those of you do consult with a doctor, but yes, plank is great for you if you have back pain. It's going to increase your spine health, and you need a very healthy spine, because your spine, it doesn't only support you, but it's also a part of your central nervous system. It improves posture and it boosts your mood. So if you get one of those moods like I get sometimes, a plank is the best thing that you can actually do. And let's see who is going to be the next record holder. Shazad?
Congratulations. 58 years old, man. I mean,
Yeah.
just goes to show whatever you put your mind to. I mean, there are triathletes out there who haven't held a plank this long. 25-year-old triathletes. This 58-year-old grandmother
Yeah.
goes in and she says, hey, let me show you how it's done.
Yes.
More power to her.
Right. And also, Shazad, I think I've been following a lot of people who are in their 50s, who are in their 60s, but they're doing some really amazing things physically. And obviously we do know it's not something that can be done overnight. It takes a lot of practice. But I'm going to quote something here that my registered dietitian told me. And she was like, you're still living in your 20s. You're eating, you're behaving like you are in your 20s. In your 20s, you eat for your 30s. In your 30s, you eat for your 40s. in your 40s, what you're going to eat, what you're going to do, what your habits are going to be, they are going to shape your 50s. So whatever you're doing right now in this decade of your age, it is going to show up in the next decade. So whichever decade of life you're in, whether it's a bachpan or a pachpan, make sure that you start working for the decade that's ahead of you. And how many ever bad habits you have, today is the day to quit. Or at least today is the day to start quitting.
Absolutely.
It can be a one-time thing. Shazad, what do you think? Quitting is a one-time thing, or it is like an ongoing process?
It completely depends on the person. You know,
Okay.
I've seen people, for example, so let's say smoking, for one, which is quite an addictive substance throughout the world. It's legal, but I've seen people who've just kind of, one day they left a cigarette and they never smoked again.
Wow.
They could have their own motivations behind it, or they see someone who has smoked and what happened to them, whatever the motivation could be. They might have become a father or a mother and they say, hey, this is it now, you know. For others, of course, it takes patches, it takes medication, it takes counseling as well. I suppose it just depends on that person. I'd like to think, me personally, I'm kind of the either drop it or keep it kind of thing, you know, because it doesn't work for me to go to, you know, to ride that line, you know, that narrow line. It just doesn't work.
Right.
You know.
I, in fact, found the actual footage of the plank. And there she is. She has just set the world record for the new world record for the longest plank holding for 4 hours, 30 minutes and 11 seconds. And Shazad, one of the interesting things is that you can actually see her. You can see how well built she is, how lean she is. And 9, 10, 11, and there she goes. Wow.
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, it's actually 14 seconds. Wow. She deserves it.
Superb.
If you work that hard on yourself and if you got that kind of discipline, you can achieve anything.
Do you know, Leena, there was a time when it comes to Guinness Book of World Records like this, which celebrate a human feat. You know, it's something that requires strength and courage and discipline and whatever to break a record. There used to be this time when that's all the Guinness Book of World Records had. The fastest person, the tallest person, etc., etc. I think nowadays, some of the Guinness Book of World Records are a joke.
What do you mean?
There are world records, like for example, some of the weird Guinness Book of World Records, most Big Macs consumed in a lifetime.
I don't even want to know about it. Good for you. If you want to set a record for consuming the most Big Macs, good for you. Go ahead and do it. And let's all watch what happens to you.
Well, most apples held in own mouth and cut by chainsaw in 1 minute.
What?
So most apples, this is what I imagine, held in the mouth and then cut by a chainsaw. The apples.
Why would you need to...
Exactly. Like, kuch bhi na, kuch bhi. Just do anything, you'll make a world record. I mean, I could... Do you know what? I'll make a world record right now. I've got a blush, got a vanity mirror. Do you know what? I'll also put in a whistle around my neck, and I'll go up and down the stairs 2 times. That's
So
all.
you'll have a world record.
Of holding this exact blush, which is...
It's actually a lip and cheek stick.
Sorry, yes, correct. It's Bohemian Rose, Nudies Bloom. Okay.
I mean, open it up.
Interesting.
Open it up.
I see, very nice.
I mean, Shazad, I'm going to ask you to walk through the makeup aisles,
Yeah.
and you will see a lot of messages
Yeah.
in makeup brands Like you must have heard of, like this one's called Nudies Bloom. NARS has a whole color line of Orgasm.
I see.
And then we also have Man Eater mascara.
Whoa.
We have a better than we have a better than sex mascara.
I see.
So it's like all these, innuendos are, they're not even innuendos.
They're just straight up.
It's just like blatantly, sexual language that is being used in all kinds of like mascaras. And honestly, I think this is something stupid because nowadays, girls are getting into makeup at a very early age. And from a very early age, like, Man Eater mascara, what kind of programming are we setting up for these younger people, these younger adults who are coming in, buying all this makeup? What kind of messages are we giving to women out there? And, it's kind of thought of as something very cool, but I think it really is insulting.
I think when something like I like anything that's classy. Doesn't matter how you dress up, as long as it's classy, it's beautiful, it complements. But it's vulgarity where I kind of just draw the line. For me personally, I mean, vulgar could be a vulgar display of power. A vulgar could be someone wearing a vulgar dress or something, But it's just where vulgarity comes in. For me, it's just, I'm like, nah, it's not for me, mate.
You're right.
Yeah. But back to the point. Guinness Book of World Records.
Right.
You could make anything, just hold up anything and say, I am the only one to have done this.
Shazad, I think we should set up a world record.
Nice mirror, though.
Oh, thank you.
I like your toys.
Oh, thanks. You know what? We are going to set up a world record.
Go on, then.
We are going to set up the world record of going live for the longest period of time.
Oh, my. I'm in.
You're in?
I'm in.
That'd be so cool.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Let's get in touch with Guinness.
Honestly, we already have, like, each of us, we already have 25 years on our belt.
Yeah.
So together, we have a combined half a century of experience.
Wow.
Of live shows.
My God.
And with this podcasting and online and social media, it has just started.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Let's do that.
So exciting.
I'm in.
We can actually get there. Yeah. We may already be there.
Well, let's first research what is the longest on a live podcast.
Let's find out.
And let's take it from there. Because the other day I saw the longest comedy, stand-up comedy show, and that was like 48 hours or something.
Oh, wow.
Of non-stop joke telling and all of that live on stage.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. What is the world record for broadcasting live continuously? What is the world record for the maximum number of shows for a broadcaster?
Shows?
Mm-hmm. What is the world record for maximum number of shows for a broadcaster? I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
And you know what? If you think you have any world records under your belt, in your room or anything, please feel free to share, drop in the comments, and please do subscribe and do follow, do share. Today...
You know what, Shazad? I think we already may qualify.
Okay.
So we have the maximum number of TV talk show episodes hosted by the same presenter. And this is in Japan, and this is 12,100. So it's like 12,100. 365. That's 33 years. Every day. So I'm already at 25.
And you've recorded multiple shows within days as well.
I have gone on multiple stations at the same time.
There you go.
Morning show in Houston, evening show in London.
Absolutely. Hey, Guinness, hook us up. Hook up Leena with this.
I think this is gonna happen, Shizad. I'm
should
so
get in
excited.
touch.
Okay, this may happen. All right, let's move on towards our next report. And is it me or is it you?
It's you. Go for it. I had some more useless world records as well, but never mind.
Oh, let's talk about the useless.
Okay, longest mustache on a woman.
What? What? Hold it.
Yeah.
Do we have a picture?
No, I don't want to.
Let's-
Nay. Leave her alone.
This may turn Shahzad off from women forever.
Largest collection of rubber ducks.
Okay.
And this is Charlotte Lee in USA has 5,631 rubber ducks. What's the point? Largest collection of garden gnomes. Largest collection of Star Wars memorabilia. Largest hairy family.
Can we see a picture? Can we see a picture of the largest?
Honestly, image is not available in this.
Oh,
So, yeah.
I'm sure they just wanted to keep it PG.
I always tell Leena as well that I'm so glad that I'm a man. Because if I were a woman, I'd be a very hairy woman. And it'd be lots of maintenance every day.
So, do you wonder why some women spend so much time in the salon?
I'm just saying I'd be a bit hairier.
Oh, in comparison to them.
Longest career as an ice cream man. Oldest male stripper.
Okay.
Fastest 5 meters on front paws by a dog. What is this?